All right, so you're thinking about moving to Lacey, Washington. First off, solid choice, but let's keep it real. No city is perfect. I'm Kennon Maurer. I'm a South Sound real estate expert here, and today we're breaking down the pros and cons of living in Lacey, Washington. So by the end of this video, you'll know whether Lacey is your dream move or maybe you should keep scrolling Zillow for something else. So pro number one is location, location, location. Lacey is basically the sweet spot of the South Sound, and you're right off of I-5. You're about 15 minutes to downtown Olympia, about 20 to 30 minutes to Joint Base Lewis McChord, and you're about an hour and a half to both Seattle or Portland. You get access to everything without paying Seattle prices as well. It's just really easy to get anywhere if you're living in Lacey. So con number one is traffic can get rough. That same I-5 convenience, it also means that you're gonna be dealing with some bottlenecks, especially northbound or southbound toward JBLM. If you're commuting during peak hours, plan on some extra time. And some people love that and some people hate traffic. You know, the people that love traffic are the ones that love podcasts and it's like a fun thing for them. Other people really hate traffic. Pro number two is that there's more affordable housing here compared to some of the neighboring cities. The median home price in Lacey right now, mid-2025, is around $465,000. Compare that to Seattle's $820,000 or Tacoma's $525,000, and you're getting way more house for your money. There's newer construction, bigger yards. It stretches your budget a lot further. Now, the con of that, on the flip side, affordability is relative. So Lacey's gotten a lot more expensive over the past couple of years as people move out of Seattle and out of Tacoma and move south towards Thurston County. So 5 years ago, you could find homes in the mid 300 range. Actually, you could even find homes for the mid 200 range. And now it's not so much. So if you're waiting for prices to drop, don't wait, because I highly doubt that they're going to be coming down anytime soon. We probably will never see them in the 200 or even $300,000 range. There are some properties that are going for upper threes that are pretty decent homes, but your average price is about $465,000, and that's not likely to change anytime soon. Another pro is that it is pretty military friendly around here. You know, with JBLM just minutes away, Lacey is really a hotspot for military families, and VA loans are also very common here. Schools, businesses, they're all military friendly, and there's a pretty strong community vibe with so many of these people in this area being military. The con side of that is because of the military rotation cycle, neighborhoods can feel a little bit transient. There's people moving in and out every few years, and for some, that's no big deal. For others, it makes it a little bit harder to build those long-term neighborhood bonds. Pro number four is that there's nature everywhere. Some people call Lacey the city of water, and there's a reason for that. You've got several lakes in this area. Long Lake, Hicks Lake, Chambers Lake, Pattison Lake, Southwick Lake. You even have Lake St. Clair, which is technically Olympia, but most people would consider it Lacey. If you're from here, you get it. If you're not, you don't get it. The Nisqually Wildlife Refuge is also around here. Lots of trails. There's lots of golf courses. You can literally kayak in the morning and hike in the afternoon if you want. And it's a great spot if you're really into the outdoors. Another con is that, you know, there is a lot of rain. Most people kind of know that. Of course, it's Washington. We're talking 160 plus days of rain a year. So if gray skies get to you, Lacey is really going to test your vitamin D levels. You know, you probably are going to get seasonal depression. Maybe you won't. Luckily, if you do get seasonal depression, there's a lot of counselors in the area that are really used to having clients that have seasonal depression. Yeah, it's probably not what you would expect me to say for this video, but I'm just keeping it real with you guys. Another pro is that this is a really family-friendly area. You know, between North Thurston Public Schools, there's tons of youth sports, over 1,200 acres of parks. Lacey is really a great place to raise kids. It's safe, it's clean, It feels community oriented. There's a lot of things for families to do. See, the city of Lacey does a really good job of putting on several different events throughout the year. You can definitely feel that community vibe. A con of Lacey is that really have limited nightlife. There is a new club in Lacey called the Beat Drop, which is a brand new place. It hasn't been around for very long, but if you're looking for a downtown full of bars, late night, food, live music, you might feel limited. Lacey is more family suburbs than big city nightlife. For that, you really need to go to Tacoma or Seattle. There's a couple of spots closer by in the Olympia area, like downtown Olympia area. Another pro of Lacey is the stable job market. We have a lot of government jobs, healthcare, education, and military jobs that keep Lacey's economy pretty stable. The unemployment rate usually runs below the national average, and that stability really helps protect housing values as well. On the other hand, a con of Lacey is there's fewer private sector options. So if you're chasing tech jobs, corporate offices, or big private companies, even big public companies, you're not really gonna find them in Lacey. A lot of people either work remote, they commute north, or they stick with government and healthcare jobs here. A pro of Lacey is we're growing, but we're not overcrowded. So Lacey has right around 60,000 residents. So it's big enough for shopping centers, restaurants, events, but it's small enough to really feel manageable. It's not like navigating Seattle or Portland or even Tacoma. Now, a con of that is that growth does mean more strip malls and cookie cutter neighborhoods, but if you're looking for historic character or walkable urban cores, Lacey might feel a little too suburban for your taste. So there you have it, the real pros and the real cons of living in Lacey, Washington. At the end of the day, it's really about lifestyle. You know, if you want affordability, family-friendly living, easy access to nature, Lacey is pretty tough to beat, but if you want buzzing nightlife or hate traffic and gray skies, you might be happier somewhere else. So if you're considering a move, don't just guess, let's talk. I'll help you find the right neighborhood and make sure you buy smart. So thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, I would love for you to hit subscribe, drop a comment on which pro or con stood out to you, and I'll see you in the next video.